Today I'll be covering 5 tricks to branding your YouTube channel to attract leads. Specifically what I call the atmosphere of your YouTube channel. Atmosphere includes the style of images, fonts, and brand messaging to help attract and retain an audience to your channel. Hi, I'm Lisa Stewart, founder of Build Your Own Small Business. I help STEAM entrepreneurs like you build products that sell and change the world from their workbench. We won't be talking about your videos themselves because that's a whole nother topic. Let's talk about brand for a moment. What is brand? Brand is who you are, and branding is what you do. It's about who you are, what you do, and who you serve. I help STEAM entrepreneurs build their brands from the ground up. This foundation builds a framework that emotionally connects with their customer, making them a fan for life. This framework also helps to inform your brand atmosphere. Let's talk about 3D experiences. For instance, if you were to walk into a spa, would you expect to hear 9-inch nails playing as you walk through the door? No, right? Abrasive, hard rock goth is not something one expects to help soothe and relax during self-care. Okay, Deadpool might. You wouldn't believe that's exactly what some YouTubers are doing, matching up elements that don't resonate with their customers' expectations. It's quite jarring. I remind my clients of this all the time about their websites. It's not about whether you, as the CEO, likes your website. It's about what that website will do for your customer. The same goes for any product that you develop. Think of YouTube as a product. When you do create an environment, let's say for your brick and mortar, you're creating atmosphere. The atmosphere influences mood and evokes reaction. It's a rich combination of elements that reach all of your senses like touch, smell, hear, see, and possibly taste. A word on video types. You can create a variety of videos to educate, entertain, and engage. You could begin with a straight talking head video like this one and then add a few visual elements. If you're an introvert like me and you get queasy with the thought of doing a talking head video, you can still wield video to your advantage without ever showing your face. Examples might be how-to or explainer videos, expert videos, testimonials, product reviews, screencasting, and unboxing videos. Those are just to name a few. If you're interested in learning more about what kind of content you could create to maintain a sustainable channel, let me know in the comments below. I'm putting together a system that will help entrepreneurs build a content strategy for their businesses. That should get you started as you begin thinking about building your video library for your YouTube channel. Okay, let's set the stage. Think about going to a movie theater, those giant cineplexes where they have 12 movies to choose from. Your YouTube channel is in a cineplex of millions of other channels. Your target customer can only choose one: genre. When you're at the movie theater and you're choosing a movie at the Cineplex, you start with genre, right? Is it horror? Is it a rom-com? Is it sci-fi? Think of the plot. What is the emotional benefit of the plot? Is it going to satisfy? Is it going to come to a conclusion? Or is it going to be a cliffhanger? Let's talk about the characters. Who's starring in it? What roles will they be filling? Be sure they bring everything they've got to the table to help round out that watch experience. Define and meet your customer expectations as you deliver the stories they're looking for when they hunt through your channel. It's like choosing a rom-com and the opening act is some body-chopping scene. That's not what I signed up for. If your channel promises millennials that get help and insight on how to save money and plan for their financial future, be sure that your topics include that. If you throw in a couple of videos on yoga for millennial moms, then you'll confuse your audience and lose their attention. You don't want that. Time and attention are two commodities you don't want to mess with. As Gary Vee states, attention is the currency of your business. So, no matter how good you are, you first need your audience's attention. Without attention, your business ideas will fail. Attention leads to sales, so you want to get it right the first time. Let's get into it. Now, on to the 5 tricks to attract leads. As I begin to build any product or experience, I create a brief. First, I ask, who's it for? Be mindful as you choose your industry, market, and niche. Is it for folks who live in the city who want to plant their own mini gardens? Or have you invented a new kitchen gadget? 2, what's your channel focus inside your market? It's got to relate to your audience. They're going to be asking, what's in it for me? What do you want to talk about, and will this be of interest to your audience? That's key. People who choose a topic first and then try to find an audience for that topic generally struggle a lot more than people who choose an audience first and then serve that audience. It's a subtle distinction because topic often correlates with an audience. For instance, my friend Dory targets INFPs, which is both a topic and an audience. That's an important distinction. Whatever market you choose, you'll want to get narrow on who you want to help and those who want help. That's also key. So if you're a bookkeeper, that's a huge market, right? Maybe you're creating a finance app for millennials. Or maybe you're a gardener, another huge topic. Maybe you want to provide urban garden plans for city dwellers. Be sure to keep this focus as you build your content for your channel. 3. Is your channel name relevant? What if you already have a channel and you're using your own name? Well, you could continue with your name as a personal brand and add your focus. So for instance, let's say your name is Jerry Gryffindor. Yay, Gryffindor. And you're a city garden guide. You could just add that onto your name. If you have a business name, be sure to plant it as the root of your business Google directory. That way you can connect it to your YouTube channel and build out from there. I have a video on that here. 4. What's your video promise? People come to YouTube to learn something, so teach me something. Then layer it with intent. Do you want to inform, describe, convince, or tell a story? And include a distinct emotional state. For instance, dream, hope, desire, or fear. Match those two elements and you'll be well on your way to capturing a bigger audience. I have a hot tip. The title of your video and your channel is the promise you're making to your viewer. And 5, does your channel atmosphere match your customers' expectations? Why did I leave this for last? Because all of these questions above help to inform your visual aesthetics. The secret is in the descriptive words that you use to help shape your world. People want to get captivated and swept away with your channel banner and thumbnails. Think of them like the movie posters as you walk into the Cineplex. They have simple and few elements. They focus on the person or the product, and the background has less detail, allowing the product or person to shine and remain the hero of the story. I have a hot tip. The channel is for your viewer, not you. I often remind my clients of this as I build their websites. It doesn't matter as a CEO if you like your website. It's about how it's going to attract and perform for your customers. This is easily confused because many of us are makers at heart and we get so involved in the moment that we sometimes forget others. What does atmosphere look like on a YouTube channel? When I plan visual aesthetics for my clients, I use a brand style board. That's a combination of a mood board and design guidelines, and it's a nice balance between the two. When you think of a mood board, interior designers come to mind, right? That mood board is filled with paint colors, fabrics, and other textures to convey to their client how a room might come together. Design guidelines for a website are the nuts and bolts of font faces, sizes, imagery, and other minute details. This can be overwhelming for a client. But like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, a style board is just right. It helps to convey the atmosphere without the worry of technical specs of the project. It conveys the feeling that your customer will respond to once they reach your site, or YouTube channel in this case. To create consistency on your YouTube channel, consider creating a style board of your own. It should have 3 brand colors, 1 distinct font, clean thumbnails with high contrasting images and graphics. This will give you the consistency that your channel needs. Consistency creates trust for your viewers. Here's an example of my brand style board. I've got my banner example, colors, fonts, examples of thumbnails, and my end board. In the event I hire an assistant, they'll know exactly what my atmosphere should contain when they assemble these components together. This is something you might want to consider. I've got a link to a free brand template to use for your own channel in the description. When you're designing your YouTube header, use your established brand colors, high contrasting images and fonts, and be sure to have it centered to fit mobile. Because in my world, mobile first. And plus, this is how YouTube has designed its parameters. For your thumbnails, use bright colors and high contrasting images. Include a close-up of a face or a product whenever possible, and no more than 3 elements for clarity. Use fonts, colors, and shapes that are consistent with your brand. This rounds out and reinforces your brand's atmosphere. Don't be afraid to test your thumbnail images to garner more views. If you change your thumbnails on a handful of videos, you might see amazing results. Many folks often play and swap out their thumbnail images just to test the attraction and click-through rates. They can see amazing increase in views. To summarize branding your YouTube channel to attract leads: 1. Set the stage with your brand to stand out within the thousands of other channels at the Cineplex of YouTube. 2. Continue with genre, plot, characters, and meet your customers' expectations with your videos. 3. Remember who your audience is. 4. Remember to define your channel focus and match your channel name and your channel's promise. And then lastly, number 5, craft your YouTube atmosphere to capture and retain the attention of your growing audience with a brand style board. Remember, great things take time, so keep building.